Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am Kristen Ellis and I am your transformation mentor. So today I'm going to dive a little bit into my spiritual side, and I'm going to talk about something that quite honestly is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So what is this pet peeve of mine that I have? It's not your typical pet peeve, that is for sure. And it probably has turned into a pet peeve of mine simply because it's something that I used to do. And as I have grown wiser and closer to the Lord and have really cultivated that relationship with Him, I have come to a different understanding in terms of certain things that I used to say. So the thing that I really want to talk about today is when we say, oh, God will never give you anything more than you can handle. Now, I used to say that a lot, okay? And it used to make sense to me until, maybe until the past few months, really, if I was really going to be honest with you, this is something more of a recent revelation. But what led me to this conclusion that I'm about to tell you guys about is because, in my very late teens and very early 20s, I went through some horribly, horribly traumatic events. I experienced horrible circumstances that I would not wish on anybody. And in my immature, not only with my age, but in my immature spiritual ways, I would say things like, God will never give me anything more than I can handle. He'll never give me anything more than I can handle. And through that journey of healing and recovering just from those traumatic experiences, there came a point where I was really, really struggling with why did those things happen to me? Why did I have to go through that? Why did He pick me to endure the type of pain that I had to endure? And I heard a preacher say one time, and you may know him, I watch him a lot, his name is Stephen Furtick. I believe it was Stephen Furtick. But I heard him say one time, and this is kind of what got me down this curious road of what I'm about to get to, but I heard him say one time, if you never went through pain, if you never went through something horrible, how would you be able to understand, even remotely close, what it was like to experience what Jesus went through? How would you be able to empathize with the experience that Jesus had if you never had pain in your life? And that just hit me like a ton of bricks. And honestly, it was very freeing to me, because all of a sudden, this weight and this guilt and this turmoil of just why? Suddenly, the earthly meaning of this philosophical question of why, it really didn't matter anymore, because all of a sudden I understood even a teensy tiny bit of the emotional and physical pain that Jesus had been through. And it honestly made healing and recovery in my experience a lot easier. And it was just like, a weight was completely lifted off of me. But I didn't stop there. I decided that I was really going to take on an active role in my healing. And that one simple sentence, that one simple thought of, if you never went through anything painful or traumatic, how would you be able to empathize with Jesus? I took that one step further and I thought, if you really never went through anything horrible, how would you know that you could depend on God? If you never went through anything that was harder, bigger, more than your physical, earthly self was capable, how would you ever know what God could truly do for you in your life? And that led me to thinking about this phrase that people say, that I have said hundreds of times, which is, God can never give you anything more than you can handle. Let me tell you right now, that is ridiculous. And honestly, if you think about it, it's a little bit arrogant and egotistical of us to think that we are so big and mighty and capable, we can just handle anything this life throws at us. When the truth is, sometimes life deals us a hand that is absolutely more than what we can handle. And without this difficult, large, painful, tragic hand, how would we know? How would we know that we could honestly depend on God for everything? How would we know? It is so arrogant for us to think that we are that big and that capable, because the truth is, we're really not that capable. I mean, we're really not. And this doesn't even have to be with the big tragic stuff. Let's say you have a goal and a dream that is so big, and you just don't know how it's going to happen. You just don't know how you are going to see it come to fruition. Well, guess what? If it was everything that you could handle, you wouldn't need God in the first place. So I really want us to start taking a step back, and I really want us to start looking and really paying attention to the things that we say, because our words matter so greatly. And I don't care if this hand that life dealt you was your fault, somebody else's fault, if it was the Lord truly testing you, or if it was the devil just trying to jack you up. To sit there and say that we are so big, so great, and so mighty that we got it, we can handle it. The truth is, that is a lie. That is a lie. And it's one of those bullshit lies. It's one of those things that we tell ourselves when we're really just trying to make ourselves feel better and get through the day, when what we really need to do is admit to ourselves that, you know what, maybe we really cannot handle this. And maybe we really should realize that we need to reach out and ask for God's help. So that is a pet peeve of mine. You are never that big. You are never that great. And whether it is a huge, big, awesome, God-sized dream or a horrible, tragic experience, to sit there and say basically that we don't need God because we got this, we really need to take a step back and really evaluate the things that we say. That's all I have for you today. If you want more information, more help with recovering from trauma, emotional distress, anything of that nature, please reach out to me. I'm always here. I am your transformation mentor. Go to KristenEllis.com for my full story and bio. That is Kristen-Ellis.com. Okay, bye.